Hello everybody and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. This is part 2 in the series. In the first one, if you want to go back and watch it, be my guest. We did the full tutorial. I think it was the full tutorial. It was that long, about 2 hours long. Quite a lot happened in that. I'm not going to go into that now. If you want to watch it, you can go back and watch that. But let's jump straight back into part 2. Let's see where we were. Main quest. Me and Capon finally reached Trusky, but since we looked like beggars, the gate guards didn't believe we were messengers and wouldn't let us in to see Von Bergau. Oh, that was when we got to the gates in the last episode, and they just did not let us in at all because we lost our letter in the last episode. We ended up in a tavern in Troskowitz. Now we have to rack our brains and figure out what we do next. Without a message or any proof of who we really are, we won't get into the castle. We have to find another way to get Lord Von Bergau. I'm dirty and smelly. I should wash at the trough. Well, that's our next task. There's a trough. Let's wash ourselves in this. We're done. Right, now we'll talk back to this woman again. Hopefully...
Wait a moment then. I'll be right back.
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on. Are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
I'm not a latrine cleaner. You were attacked by bandits. We saw each other at the pond.
You were attacked by those bandits.
What bandits? What are you on about?
We saved
We
you.
saved you. Me and my lord there. Surely you couldn't forget.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle and I wasn't at any pond.
She's a liar. Oh, what do we choose? What do we choose?
What are you playing at, woman? We were attacked by bandits. They killed a lot of people and groped you.
She's not happy.
If it wasn't for me...
Then what? I'm telling you, I wasn't at any pond.
You're a liar!
Blimey! I've had lots of men try to woo me with tall stories, but this is the most pathetic attempt yet.
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself.
Oh.
Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Look, please. I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to Von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
Maybe she shouldn't have been at the pond.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the king's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Shit.
Uh-oh.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again.
She's gonna knock you out, brother.
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
Be gone, peasant. Find out how to get to Von Berghoff.
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
You're very rude, woman. Ready for what?
What for?
To get to work. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you work your debt off, like I said.
Like I said. Alright, let's do it.
What do you want us to do?
I'm a working
Over
man.
there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house, but as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's
Sounds like a
right
bloke.
into all the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you
Yep.
just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
All right.
Let's
we'll
do it.
Carrying a few sacks won't kill us.
I don't mind getting my
Sure, it's
hands
less
dirty.
daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right,
Yes,
we'll
ma'am.
do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate.
Nah, he's a
Where are
dick.
you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
Far away.
Far away.
I ain't been further than the back off me whole life, but I know this place inside and out.
Yeah, I heard something about a wedding. We got to get information about that.
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truscovitz bailiff,
Thrush.
and it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bat-house wench.
Lord von Berghoff be at the wedding. Ask where it's going to be first.
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Samin, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
Lord von Berghoff be at the wedding?
Will Lord von Berghoff be at the wedding?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be. Samin is his vassal.
Vassal. Daughter, maybe?
Who is this Semin?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Samin. The fort in the village belonged to him. Old Jan Samin is the head of the family. And his son's called Olda. And it's him who's getting it.
Son.
They used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
Can I get into the wedding?
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svatja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
Like most men.
I'll go and discuss it with my friend then.
And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that.
Don't worry, ma'am.
Right up. It happens.
Ants, we got some work to
What's that
do.
woman from the pond?
I noticed. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Berghoff is about to leave the castle.
Sacra! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down, let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Lord Semin, from the local noble family, is getting married. He's marrying the local bailiff's daughter. It's going to be a big event.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like Von Berghoff will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
No. We'll think of something.
I'll come up with something.
I hope so. You can't expect me to do the thinking for both of us all the time. We'll ask the locals and see.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if
Oh,
someone
God.
saw me?
You're so stuck up, Hans. Get your hands dirty. Do you have any idea what you look like?
Do you have any idea what you look like?
Well, all right. I may not look much like a noble, but my blood's still blue. People will remember my face, and when everything's cleared up, word will get around that I lugged sacks here like some beggar, as if the disgrace at the gate wasn't enough. Oh!
Yeah, don't be
You know,
spoilt.
sir, Not everyone is born with a silver spoon in their mouth.
Or up their ass.
Ordinary people have to work their whole lives. So you should be able to manage it too. At least for one day.
Hit the nail on the head.
Haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork or carry sacks? That's against God and nature.
Where do I fit in?
Which do I belong to?
Good question. Before I'd have said you were a peasant, but it turned out that you're a noble's bastard. And you're pretty handy with a sword. And you've even been in a monastery.
A noble's mate.
Forget about that.
You're a bit of everything. But if you get your hands dirty with labour, it wouldn't be such an offence against divine order as in my case. Pure blood, noble status and that. In short, be so kind as to get to work. I promise I'll make it up to you.
Such a little moaner. I'll leave him. I'll do it by myself.
But you could give me a hand. It wouldn't do you any harm.
Ah, stop whining.
Oh
You can
my
live.
god.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I'll scratch your back later.
How? By giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll
Oh,
help you find your dog. As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if
Not
you
called
think
Mutt.
about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But
What a
let's
guy.
pay no mind to that.
what a
How
guy.
generous of you, Lord Capon.
I know, my dear Henry, such is my nature.
Well, you're a lazy, lazy man, Capon. Right, let's get to work. There we go. Found them.
Clever you.
Oh, he's talking down to them. He's got a sword, Capon. You don't. What's what you saying, mate?
What did you say?
Oh, no.
Say it again. It was their own fault.
Here we go.
What do you mean? They attacked themselves? What the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Thruski. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
Ooh.
But calm down, both of you.
I'm perfectly calm. It's your chum here who's ranting and raving.
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel. He fancies himself as a military strategist.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against bandits even von Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
Oh, you want to come to the wedding, do you? Huh. I'll give you a piece of advice, pal. If you can make yourself useful for the blacksmith or the miller, you'll get to the wedding. You'll see the glorious occasion, at least from a distance. And you can stop spouting your pathetic lies.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. You're starting to bore me, you and your silly made-up name.
No apology, then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm so scared.
Stay
Hey,
silent.
you! Get your sweetheart and fuck off out of our village, both of you.
I give you a chance to apologize.
Oh, no.
And you keep insulting me. Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Oh, I'd like to see
Fight,
that.
fight, fight,
Come
fight.
on, then.
You scum!
Come on, Capon, do him in. Do him in. That's the one, yes, lad. Lovely stuff. Oh. Come on then. 1, 2. Pop, pop. Thought I was going to snap his arm. Oh, shit. Ow. Bro. I'm going to do him in. Hope we don't get knocked by these guys. These peasants. How many hits can this guy take? Yeah, sit down. Idiot. I am Lord Davvy. Here to kick your ass. Oh, maybe not. Ah. He's not blocking very well. Oh, fucker.
Take that fucker out! Damn it!
Come on, prick. Yeah, sit down. Your own mouth. Bloody hell, how many is there? There's so many of them. Oh, oh, no, can't stop, won't stop. Oh, no.
Take that fucker!
There's one behind me. No. He's a hard little feisty one, isn't he? Oh, I got killed. I forgot how to parry. Oh no. Oh, well, we were bound to get done, and there was about 6 of them.
Grab them vagabonds!
Bar fight! Nice. Oh no. He does run his mouth a little too much.
Bastards! This will cost you dearly. Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse. What? You behave like a spoilt brat. How dare you speak... You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle. But no, not his lordship. You've got a nerve.
He's such a dick.
You hadn't have played the hero. We'd have been there long since, and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that nest.
Oh yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it? Fuck off. Shut up.
Fuck off.
Get a whipping too.
Oh, it's class. I love it. I thought they were in a guillotine getting their heads chopped. I'm the only one here with any sense.
I'm the only one of us with any sense. I'm not the one who acts like a spoiled child.
Spoiled child? You're in danger of crossing the line, Henry. Better keep your mouth shut. I shouldn't have brought you along.
Well, that's something we can agree on. I could have been sitting in the mill instead of rotting in these stocks.
And whose fault is that?
I was just defending you. Should I have let that fop beat you senseless?
I only wanted him to apologise. I'd expect my right-hand man to argue my case a bit better.
What do you think I was trying to do?
And who was too scared to speak? Well, if it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have even been in that tavern. We've been in the shit right from the start because you had to play at being the knight in shining underwear, saving damsels in distress.
I don't believe it. You're trying to put the blame on me? Just like that?
Who else is to blame? You're just a simple peasant who has no
that's
idea
low.
how the world works.
Let's stop. We've got to continue this journey together.
Hey, let's just stop all this arguing. It'll just make things worse.
Fuck you. I've had it up to here with you. With you and your pontificating. You were supposed to make sure nothing went wrong. And how did that turn out? It was me who had to save your life. You're fucking useless. You couldn't even keep an eye on your own mutt.
Oh, that's enough. This isn't getting us anywhere. I understand you're downcast after all that happened to us. And I understand you need to take it out on someone. I can take it. But we shouldn't forget we have a job to do. And do it we must.
Together.
Together.
That's exactly what I'm doubting. Everything goes to shit when you're by my side.
Oh, he's a
You
prick.
don't really mean that. Calm down.
I'm perfectly calm. That's it. My life went to shit from the first moment I met you.
Oh, God.
And I've only just realised it. You're like a ball and chain. And I'd have bagged that wild boar too if it weren't for you.
Well,
And none of the rest would have happened. I wouldn't have been showered in shit.
come on, cape on.
Don't you cape on me. Not another word. I have to consider what to do next.
Arrogance. The arrogance is real. The next morning. Been stood there all night? Jesus.
Right, ladies. Time to go home. But I swear to Christ, if I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive.
Isn't that?
Master Otto.
Hey! Go!
Shut up.
Oh, shit. Right, where were we? Go on, get out of my sight.
Must be stiff as a board.
What are we gonna do?
You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks or dig latrines. I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Berghoff at the wedding. I bid you farewell.
Yeah. If I were in your shoes, I'd be glad to be rid of the good for nothing, eh? Yeah. All right, off you go.
Yay. He's not the nicest of fellows.
Managing on your own?
Hello, Lev.
How'd
Barra.
you like?
What do you want of me?
What do you want from me?
I don't want anything from you. I should actually be thanking you.
Uh-huh. For what?
I've been begging for alms here for days, but I didn't make any real coin till today. And that's thanks to you. The scene you made brought out nearly all of Troskowitz.
You don't have to thank me. I could have done without it. And that fracas in front of the tavern as well.
Oh well, not many people can make such a strong first impression. But look on the bright side.
Hmm?
Now things can only get better.
Things can only get better. Suppose
Yes,
you're right.
You're probably right. It doesn't get much worse than that. Unless somebody tries to kill me.
Again.
Again.
You're still alive in one piece. It's a new day and the sun is shining. Like Tomcat always says, bruises build character.
Tell me more about
Do
Tomcat.
you know anything more about Tomcat?
They say he's a master swordsman, but a real joker too. He loves showing off to girls.
Might teach me
Do you
something.
think Tomcat might teach me a few of his tricks?
No offence, but compared to him, you're a bit of a lightweight.
I don't want to
Probably.
pull wagons, but if he can handle a weapon, I'd be happy to train a little with him.
Well, one of the guards tried to take him on and came back whipped like a dog, moaning like he'd been broken in two.
Well, sure. If he's that strong, I'm not surprised.
More like some trick he's got that our watch doesn't know. Or at least that's what the poor man said.
Do you think he might teach me something? Where can I find Tomcat?
Where might I run into Tomcat?
In the camp by the tower, that is, by Rock Tower Pond. He watches the camp for the nomads.
Should I watch out for them?
No, I don't think so. They mind their own business, but strangers usually mean trouble for them, so they're careful. Try not to stare too hard and hold your tongue, otherwise Tomcat will show you some of his other skills.
How does he show off?
How does he show off for the girls?
With his muscles. He ricks logs with his hands. He even let himself be run over by a loaded hay wagon. Crazy. But to be fair to him,
Some man.
he sometimes helps people. Stanislav's sheep fell into a pit one time.
And Tomcat pulled it out.
And, not just that, he crawled down to get it. And when he found the poor thing had a broken leg, he carried it on his back all the way home.
Okay. Help me. I need something to wear. I need to get some money. Let's make some... Oh, I need a horse.
I have no money. I might as well beg on the village green like you.
The hell you will. This is my turf. Here you go. I'll skip supper. It's partly your doing anyway.
Wow.
Oh, how generous.
Thank you. Seriously.
Yeah, don't start crying. You'd better find some work quick.
Yeah, I have to. Right, I need a horse.
Damn. I could use a horse. It'll take years to get to Semin on foot.
Don't exaggerate. This province is small.
Still, it'll be faster with a horse.
There's a stud farm in Semin, renowned far and wide.
And which way is Semin?
Southwest from here, not too far. There's a road goes right there from the green. Just go down the hill. Once you see the walled farmhouse, you're there. Though I'll be a queen before you can afford a horse from Semin.
Don't think so, love. Not begging on these streets, you won't. I need some clothes.
Practically naked. Nobody's going to want to even talk to me like this.
At least you're not walking around bare-assed. Although that might not be a sorry sight.
Ah, very funny. I'd rather you tell me where I might get some clothes.
And what do you have in mind? Brocade and satin? A monk's robe? Or perhaps Sir Brunswick's armour?
Armour. I like to look noble. I could use some armour. Don't stand out much. I use some armour.
I could use some armour. Proper, like, for a night. And no rusty junk.
And you are like a knight?
Well, yeah. I don't look so good. But I swear I came here in armour, sword at my side, and on a horse.
Wow. And where is your armour, sword, and horse now?
That's a long story. And it's not a happy tale.
Well, you can hardly buy new armour now, but you might find something in the town hall armoury, although you'll need quick hands.
I won't steal. Thanks, that'll come in handy.
Thanks. These will come in handy.
Just don't get yourself caught again.
How do I get to the wedding in Semin?
That wedding in Semin. Do you know anything about that celebration?
Well, yeah. People are talking of nothing else. The Lord's son is getting married to the sister of that lout he was fighting with.
How much time do you think I have? Have the preparations already begun?
From what I hear, the bride's dress still ain't finished, and blacksmith Radovan still ain't started smithing the gift for the groom. So, no rush.
We got time.
Hopefully by then I'll find a way to sneak in.
Alright. Glad to have met you.
It was nice to meet you, but I should probably get going. Get a job, and so on.
Don't worry, you'll manage. Till we meet again.
Farewell, Bara. There's a blacksmith. Northwest. Oh, it must be so far away, right? Let's wash ourselves in here. So we are pretty dirty. Get that blood off ourselves.
He's a decent fella. Indeed he is.
Hello, lads. Hello. Hello, sir. Bailiff Thrush. Right, Bailiff Thrush. I heard something about him earlier. See, I'm looking for my friend.
I'm looking for the man who was in the pillory with me yesterday. Have you seen him?
I can't help you with that. You'll have to find him yourself.
Do we tell him about the ambush? Yeah, let's keep that on
What's new
silent
in
for
the
now.
county, Master Bailiff?
I heard something's going on in Takoff again. Project the Innkeeper is probably coming up with some mischief to pull on the Gelievites. Will they never cut it out? Their bickering is making work for me. And now I've been visited by one of the local peasants. He said he found more fresh graves behind his field, just below the village, along the road to Nabokov.
What do you mean, more? You sound like this isn't the first time.
That we found someone buried here? Don't even ask. I've been digging up bodies ever since that bandit gang started running rampant. Most of them are von Burgo's men.
Ooh.
Also, if it wasn't bad enough, that gang of bandits is rampaging through the region. Now someone's stealing cabbage from the peasants. What a disaster.
Cabbage?
Aye, and the peasants won't stop bugging me about it. I was just visited by a peasant from Jadar. He's been talking my ears off for God knows how long. Say, do I really have to do this? Do I have the time to look for some moron stealing cabbages? And that's about it?
Probably
That
not.
sounds interesting. Thank you.
Where can I find the local
I'd like
merchants?
to buy something. Where can I find some merchants around here?
If it's a tradesman you're after, most of them live here in the village, of course. Your best bet is to ask our merchant Jörg. He knows everyone. I'm sure he'll help you.
I think we just leave them be, right? Surely. If I had a weapon, I would so go over there. I'm just going to keep moving. I can't afford to die right now. I already have nothing. Here we are, guys. We have arrived at Semin. Are they just going to allow us to walk straight in the guard? Just act natural.
Keep the
Hello,
peace,
sir.
and we won't have any problem.
Yeah, we're okay. As long as we keep the peace, as he says. We are here.
So I says to him, "No, father, I haven't been fornicating. I've just been loving my neighbour."
Hey, you alright there, laddie?
Need to wash them
you
clothes
should have
off.
seen him. He went as red as a cardinal's hat. Aye. Hey, servant, bring some wine.
Me? I'm not a servant.
Oh, I know. Old Samine is saving supplies for the wedding later. But you didn't need to bother your wee head about that.
Look, I'm not from here.
Oh. I didn't give a fuck what you free. You speak our language, do you not?
Scottish. Hey, I don't give a fuck.
Well, Yarko, seems to me this fella doesn't know how to behave toward his betters.
I love the Scottish accent. I love it.
The old man's hired hands are lacking in manners. We'll soon fix that.
Ooh.
Piece of shit stuff.
I think you just push block as soon as the green shield appears. And I need to save my energy. Come on then. Oh, you look like the man of the Pringles tub. Mr. Monopoly, yeah, have it. Boom! Did it start on me, laddie? You get a face full of knuckle, you will.
What in the devil's name is fucking going on here?
Oh.
What do you think's going on, Grandad? I'm teaching your people here how we do things.
Grandad?
Why, Grandad? An old captain like you probably still remember the flood.
True enough, Yurko. I am old. And I remember all sorts of things. Like you. When you were a little nipper running around here bare arse, with a ribbon in your hair, screaming out how you was Princess Sophie. Poor lad hadn't a moment's peace from his big sisters.
What an embarrassment.
Who in God's name are you?
Henry. The Takov blacksmith sent me. Radovan.
Blacksmith, eh? Then you'll have some explaining to do. Come along and never mind that fool Yurko. Young Samin's getting married, so we has to put up with her his kin from Moravia.
He got the shit beat out of him.
A dozen geese. And I must tell Vashek to get 3 pigs ready for slaughter. And the carters will have to be sent to Yetchin to get at least a peck of poppy seed for cakes. And gingerbread spices. Oh, and wine, too. It's almost all gone. What we bought only last week.
Enter!
Sorry to intrude, sir. This is Henry, blacksmith Radovan's hand.
Oh, excellent. Dorothy, leave us now. Just make sure that there's plenty of everything so long as it doesn't cost too much.
But, sir...
Not another word! Leave us!
Ooh.
So Radovan sent you alone. Who's going to unload it all? It's a whole cartload.
Yeah, Radovan sent me, sir, but not with the goods. The thing is, he's missing his cart, along with the carter in his hands.
What? But they never came here. Are you telling me they got lost?
I couldn't tell you what happened to them, sir, but it's my job to find them.
There are all sorts of vermin roaming the countryside.
Oh, no
sir.
need to imagine the worst right off, gnarly. Anyway, I need the load from that cart, so saddle up your old nag and we'll ride out, Captain.
Give me a horse.
I could do with a breath of fresh air. I've had it up to the eyeballs with counting geese and pies.
What about Henry here, sir?
Well, what about him?
We could use an extra pair of hands. You know how my shoulder's acting up. Yurko is shit-faced, and your son...
The older has work to do. All right, take Henry with you if you want. Just so long as he doesn't slow us down.
Thank you,
I'll
sir.
speed you up. Let's go.
So, lad, you going with us? I hope you're happy about it.
Yes. I'll be glad to join you.
Yeah. I'll be glad to help you.
Oh, you reckon we can't manage on our own?
No, that's not how I meant it.
Take it easy, son. I'm only yanking your pizzle. By the way, the fellas at the gate say you came here on foot.
Yeah, I did.
Christ above. And how are you going to ride with us? On the back of my saddle? You're a bit big for that, ain't ya? And I'm a bit too old.
I borrow a horse?
You've got a stud farm here, don't you? Couldn't I borrow one of your horses?
Aye. And then we'd never see hide nor hair of you, nor the animal again. We don't lend horses. But you're in luck. Our groom brought in a grey nag not long ago.
Yes.
Tell him you've got to ride out with us, and he'll give it to you for a decent price.
All right. Thanks.
Well, that should be that. Unless you've got any more questions.
What questions
Actually,
can I ask?
There is something I'd like to...
I'd like to go to the wedding. That's what I'm doing that quest. This quest for.
We should
Let's
probably get
let's
going.
just get going.
My thoughts exactly. Off to the courtyard then.
Alright, let's go. Hopefully we get this sword. This sword? A horse.
Look
It's a
out.
bit bigger than a sword. Let's go, gentlemen. I want my grey nag. Come on, Grandad. Oh, look at his crossbow. That's sick. I can't wait to get a bow and arrow in this game. I really can't. Off to the courtyard we go. Is it this one? Pebbles. Are you the horse trader?
What do you want here, you scoundrel?
Why is everyone such a dick? I want to buy a
I'd like
horse.
to buy a horse. All you have to do is pick the right one, then hand over the groschen. I will take care of the rest.
To be honest, it's my first time buying a horse.
Then make sure to take your time and choose wisely. Your first horse is your first horse, after all. Of course, if you ever wanted to exchange it, there's no problem. I will simply
cool.
deduct the price of your old horse from the new one. Have you
Oh,
taken a look
nice.
at our horses?
Part exchange
You
my
do know
horse.
They differ more than just the color of their coat, right?
Yeah. What would I
What
see in
should I
them?
be looking out for?
Each horse has different characteristics, which affects the price. If you take a close look at them, You will see what attributes each horse has. Do you want to go and have a look at them?
Yes. Yes,
I reckon
please.
that's a good idea.
Go on then. No need to be afraid.
Horses are scary animals, I think. Mountain Steel. The white one is sick, man. I call it Shadowfax. How much is this horse? I think I want more on... Oh, it's 590. Okay, let's just check all the prices. I bet this is the most expensive. 770. 710. I knew the white one would be the most expensive. Oh, that one's 100 pebbles. That must be the new one. You're 460. You're 160. I think I prefer the grey one. Let's go see how much this black one is down here. What's your name? 530. You are very majestic. The grey one is 100. That's cheap. We're just gonna have to go for that one because we won't have much coin at the minute. Right, I want this one.
What do you need? Hurry up, I don't have all day.
Cheap
Would you
horse.
happen to have a cheap horse for sale?
Well, I sell quite a few horses here, but by the looks of you, you must be talking about that grey nag, eh?
Yes.
But all she's good for are sausages. That old bitch won't let anybody touch her. I was already suspicious when that traveller sold her to me. He said he found her running about near the Rock Tower Pond.
Grey, old, and someone found her by the Rock Tower Pond. That's where we were ambushed. That's my horse. That's Pebbles.
No way.
What do you mean yours?
Oh, that's crazy.
I bought it fair and square. I admit, it was only for a few groschen from some suspicious lad who found it down by the Rock Tower Pond, but that horse is not branded, so it belongs to me now.
Let's be reasonable.
Look, it's just one horse. It's not that important, is it?
What do you mean not important? I sell horses. It's how I make a living.
Ah, well, a horse here or there. What difference does it really make, eh?
It makes a difference to me,
That didn't
and
work.
to Lord Sameen as well.
Ah, well. Never mind then. Look at me.
I am looking.
Take a good look.
I am.
And what you see? Hmm?
A simpleton?
Who sold her to you?
I told you already.
A simpleton.
Some young lad. He wasn't from here.
What did he look like? Where'd he go?
You're a bit hasty, eh? He had black hair and a big beard. And he looked like he'd been sleeping in the woods. And his breath smelled like hell. But I couldn't tell you where he was headed.
Death breath.
She's my horse. I rode in on her from Ratai, in the retinue that was attacked down by the pond.
Right. You happen to need a new horse, and this one just happens to be the one you already own.
Yeah, it sounds
does it have
fishy.
Your brand? It does not. So you are out of luck.
Fine.
Damn it. I'll just buy her then.
From you then.
That's more like it.
I have 5 gold. Let's just go on
Ready
4.
to set out, sir?
All right. Stay close to us and don't go wandering off.
We can go.
As you say, sir.
I have no money for a horse. I should have maybe made some more swords and sold them to the blacksmith on the way, but you make mistakes.
If they drove out of Tarkov and headed towards us, they had to pass through Troskowitz.
Oh, I can just press LB and follow them like
You
this.
keep up with us, son.
See what they
Troskowitz
say.
ain't far, but it seems there's fellas vanishing on the way.
Very good, Captain.
What do you think about it, Captain?
I know you told me not to jump to any conclusions, sir, but I can't help myself. Someone's running rampant around here, sir.
I know who's running rampant. Yurko in the cellar. We're out of wine. I knew this wedding wouldn't be cheap, but I'm bleeding like a stuck pig. And the bailiff, the bride's father, you'd get more blood out of a stone than coin out of him. And then he behaves
Tight,
like
man.
shit golden eggs.
Tighter than 2 coats of paint.
Even though he's got more coin than me.
Such are the times, sir. But that Yurko, he's going too far.
You know how those Moravians are. It's in his blood.
Aye, I noticed. But they're getting too much to handle. Him and his cronies. They started on young Henry. as soon as he set foot on the courtyard.
What? Is that true, Henry?
It was nothing. Just a bit of a friendly
I kicked
brawl.
his ass.
They clearly had a skinful. I can understand it.
Well, I've sure as hell got no understanding for it. I hope they didn't hurt you.
Young Henry here gave Yurko a nice hammering.
Oh, that's no surprise. The fella can hardly stand upright most of the time.
You'd have to get up early to catch them sober. But they wasn't that drunk as to give Henry an easy fight.
Look here, lad. If you're such a champion, I'm sure you'd accept the challenge of an old man like myself.
Provoke. Should we provoke him? I accept it. I'll accept it.
An honor, sir.
Excellent. Not afraid, eh? That's what I like to see.
Not at all.
There's an abandoned pen along the path a bit. We'll stop off there and see what you're made of.
All right, son. You're going to fight Lord Sameen. It'll be an honorable fight, so you better act accordingly. Hold on, Mo. I'll give you some gear for it.
Oh, nice.
What weapon will you give me?
What would you like?
Ooh, I have a choice. An axe, a sword, and mace. Quill is mightier than the sword. Give me a better
Don't
sword.
get ahead of yourself, laddie. A sword belongs in noble hands. You can have my cudgel. It might be just a stick, but it's my stick, so careful with it.
It's my
Thank
stick.
you, Captain. Save the thanks and get your arse into the pen.
Okay, let's go. Receive Nali's clue. My sword's got more damage than that. So if I equip this, can I just... I'll just use my
So,
sword.
young'un, are you ready?
Let's have it, Sameen. Let's go.
All right, let's do it.
I'm ready for you, bro.
Jesus, I'm hit.
Yes, you are, old man. Hiya! Let's do this. Yeah, you're hurt now, old man. You should have wagered your horse for me. I could do with a new mount. Man's got skills. Nice.
What do you say, son?
I didn't even work up a sweat. No, we'll give him credit.
You really gave me the runaround.
I'm no spring chicken, but I'm as spry as ever.
God's truth, sir. You didn't disgrace yourself, but I can see the young un has spirit. Anyways, you can keep that old junk, Henry. Even my cudgel. But take care of the old fella. He might be just a piece of wood.
Thank you very
But
much.
he saved my arse more than once.
I will, Captain.
And since you won, I've got something else for you as well. My shield.
Isn't that a bit too much, Gnarly?
Sir, my left shoulder's fucked anyway. I can't carry
True enough.
Thank you.
I love the sarcasm in this game. It's so funny, man.
So, we're in Troskowitz. What now, sir? Should I go to the bailiff and ask if he might have seen someone?
Well, that makes sense. But the young fella here should do it. If the bailiff sees you, he'll guess I'm in the village and come and bother me. And I'm really not in the mood today for any bombardment.
Because you just got your ass
I
kicked.
understand, sir. All right, Henry. Run along to the rat house and inquire about that wagon.
And Henry, not a word about me. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
As you wish, sir.
There he is. Bailiff Thrush.
Master Bailiff, can I ask you about something?
Ask away, by all means. Wait now, aren't you that lad who's helping Radovan in the forge?
Yes, that's me.
I heard his hired hands went missing.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm here.
Ah, I was thinking they were driving awful fast with that cart.
You saw them?
I did, a few days back. They raced through the village in the early evening so fast, they were dropping sacks of charcoal.
Where were they headed?
Towards the east, to Apollonia on the road to Yichin. And you're looking for them?
I am indeed.
I'm glad to hear it. I heard there were goods for Semine on that cart, and I can do without that kind of trouble now, on account of the wedding, you know?
It seems you have a lot of concerns with that wedding, Master Bailiff.
Of course I do. I'm the father of the bride, after all. Although not everyone sees eye to eye with me. Lord Semine would be happier if I paid all the bills and left all the decisions up to him. Who's invited, what there'll be to eat and drink, entertainment, everything. It's not like I have a burning desire to deal with it, but if I'm going to pay for it...
I understand. But isn't it just that the groom's family is more concerned about these things?
That's not it. I'll tell you what it is. It's because Lord Semine is a noble and I'm just a commoner. Only I've got coin.
Ooh.
While he's trying to keep the wolf from the door in that piddling estate of his.
You're right.
You're right, Master Bailiff. Don't worry, though. People will find out you spared no expense for your daughter's wedding.
Let's hope. More like that old miser will go around saying the opposite and put me to shame.
I don't think Lord Semine would do that. That'll be all. Thanks.
Okay. Let's go back and talk to the guys. See what they've got to say. Hello, Semine.
Well then, young man, how did it go?
They were spotted here, sir. Going to the east, towards Apollonia.
So to Yichin? The bastards! And what about my goods?
Oh, they were driving so fast, it was falling off the cart.
The thieving scum! Let's hurry! To Yichin!
Sir, I could send a message to the Yichin captain of the guard.
Oh, it'll take too long. We'll go and get them ourselves.
Won't you be missing preparations
let's
for the
go.
wedding at home, sir?
I will. Praise the Lord Jesus Christ. If I have to choose between
Praise the
riding
Lord.
to Yichin and listening to Dorothy's endless fussing, I'll take Yichin any time. Besides, there's a nice inn along the way. The Three Cats. We can spend the night there.
Oh, nice. A few pints and a nice meal, guys.
Sure, sir. If they'll let the two of us set foot inside
Sounds
the
like a
door.
perfect night to me.
Oh, gnarly, that was...
So, St. Anthony, which way now?
While you're praying to the patron saint of lost things, go and have a look along the road, gnarly. And you, Henry, have a look to the left.
All right, sir. But don't forget, my eyesight ain't what it used to be.
Well, that's what we have the youngster for, isn't it? Off you go.
Suppose so. I gotta go left to investigate the area of the crossroads by the cemetery. Right, let's go have a look. Keep our eye out for bandits. They are dangerous and they are everywhere. What's this?
A sack of charcoal. That could
Yeah,
have fallen
could have
off the
fallen
cart.
off the cart. Let's follow the road. Keep our eyes peeled. So look, some more charcoal. Oh, there's the cart. Is that the cart? Is this it? Surely. Maybe not. There's another cart, look. There's carts everywhere. I haven't seen no cemetery, I don't think. Oh. Oh, wait, what? I feel... Oh, maybe I went too far. That's it, I failed the mission. No way. Can we travel? Can we not fast travel? Oh. Oh, we can. Oh God, I would have ran all of the way there. There's a man. Oh, there's a man trudging up beside the road. He's running cases quite loud. He seems to be looking for something. The man smiles at you. Let's help him. See what he says.
What happened to you?
I'm in big trouble.
How so?
I lost a letter. A very
Me too, mate.
important letter. I was supposed to deliver it to my master by tonight.
What sort of letter was
What
it?
was in the letter?
I have no idea what it said. For one thing, it was a secret, and for another,
No way.
I can't read. But it was my master's beloved who sent it. That's why it was so important.
Oh, so it could just as easily have been a lewd verse.
I don't really care what was in it. The point is, I don't have it.
Nah.
I hope you find the letter.
Yeah.
Too.
Have fun.
I'm
You
sorry
have
to
fun
hear
getting
that.
having a lash with my friend.
I have an
What do you
idea.
want?
Punch me in the face.
What?
What?
Smack me in the gob. I'll say I was ambushed on the way and they took the letter.
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I'd rather take a couple of punches from you than a lashing from my master. I could tell you to stop when I've had enough. But he wouldn't. So you get why it's better for me to be slapped around by you, right?
Just admit what happened,
If you
my
ask me,
friend.
You should man up and tell your master the truth.
No way. Might as well crawl into the pillory myself in that case.
And if I give you a thrashing, that's a better solution.
At least I know you won't flay me to a bloody...
What? You know what? You're
Well,
getting it.
Or not. It's up to you. You ready?
Defend yourself. Oh no. Come on, brother. Put him up.
Holy fuck.
Are you not going to swing back? I don't think he's bothered. There you go, mate. You okay? Hello?
All right.
That was rough.
Do you think that's enough?
Oh,
One more for good luck.
Definitely. I'm sore all over. Oh, my mouth most of all.
Glad to be of help then. Take care.
That's crazy. I can't believe we just stopped to help someone and didn't help him, but just kicked the shit out of him. That was great. They're back. There's the horses. I don't know where he is. Oh, he's upstairs. What on earth was that noise? Hello, sir. Captain Gnarly.
Captain, I'd like to ask how things went with your mission.
Oh, now all of a sudden you're interested. Where the hell did you get to, you blockhead?
I ran too far, I'm sorry. I got lost.
I can't tell you where I was. I mean, I don't know. I got lost.
You got a problem with your eyes, son?
No, just...
Apparently
I get
so.
a bit confused sometimes.
So I see. How in God's name could you get lost?
It just happened. Anyway, I'd like to know whether you found that cart.
We found it, along with those two hands.
Oh, yeah?
I see. And what actually happened?
It turned out them hired hands of Radovans had ideas of their own. They made a deal with some robber baron by the name of Gules to take the cart to him with the goods.
Thieves.
And they didn't cheat only Radovan. They tried it on Gules too. Wanted to keep the loot for themselves. Only he caught them.
Oh.
And you found all the goods?
Beat him up?
More or less. You can tell Radovan he won't be seeing his hands again. I reckon that young fella was innocent in it. So we kept him to work off his debt. And that older one's decorating an alder tree near the road here.
All right, I'll tell him.
And next time Lord Sameen gives you a job, do what you're told, so as I don't have to teach you a lesson.
I will, Captain.
Farewell, you yokel.
Farewell. Thank you very much, sir. Right, so now we have to return back to the blacksmith and let him know what happened. And we're here.
Be careful.
The cart's been found, sir.
So, job done. The cart was found, and driven to Lord Semin's courtyard.
Whew. That's a relief. And what happened to that pair of idiots?
It turned out they tried to rob you.
Oh. They did they?
Aye. They plotted with some robber baron called Gules and brought the cart to him.
The bastards. I should have realized they were a bit too keen on work. And how did you get the cart back?
Well, I went to ask at Semin, like you wanted. Lord Semin and his captain went off to track down the cart, and they found it in the end.
I hope you offered your help.
Of course.
Of course.
I got lost.
For sure. But what about them pair?
They hanged Venser and kept Franzi as a hand. Seems like he was innocent.
God's nails, I don't know. That Franzi had a sneaky look about him. I'd be very surprised if he wasn't in on it from the start.
Got what he deserved.
I think they'd have knocked the truth out of him.
Anyway, the main thing is the cart turned up. I'd be in a right mess if it didn't.
No doubt.
And you've earned a reward for your trouble.
Yes.
I've got just the thing for you. Some mercenary once had his cuirass repaired here, but never came back for it.
Nice.
Who knows what happened to him? So now it's yours. It's been through a bit, but it'll still serve for a while.
Thanks. It'll come in handy. And have you got another job for me?
Young Lord Semin's wedding is coming up, and it's got my head spinning. Look, you must have seen Agnes, the bailiff's daughter, when you were in Truskovitz.
Yeah.
What do you think of her?
Semin is marrying her. I haven't seen her.
Well, young Semin is marrying her, isn't he? Why would I have my eye on her?
Don't pretend. A statue of a saint would have his eye on her. Looks ain't everything, though. She's got such a sharp tongue on her. I almost feel sorry for young Semin. And how about you, lad? Have you got some lass waiting in Sasau?
Yeah. And I hope she'll wait. Her name's Teresa. Her uncle owns a mill on the river in Ratai.
A girl from the mill? You want to watch out for them types. You might get caught up in devilry, lad. A wedding's a serious business. You're not just getting a bride, but a whole family. So you have to show them you're a man who's worth it. All the more so when you're noble born. Old Semin wants a special sword forged for his son's wedding present.
Let's make it.
Excellent. So what are we waiting for? Should we get to work?
Hold your horses. It can't be any old steel. This has to be a first-class job.
A blade of first-class steel?
That's right. And that's just the problem.
Ah, I see. We don't have any welded steel for that kind of sword, do we?
God's nails. You really know your stuff, youngster. And you're right. We don't have the steel for a strong sword that won't break.
Well, we get it.
I'd like to know where you're going to get your hands on some welded steel.
Relax, lad. I've got it all figured out, as it happens. There's this old hermit called Ambrose, living in Apollonia.
And he can pray for us?
God's nails, let me finish talking. The word is, he was fighting heathens years ago in faraway Andalusia, and folks say they saw this interesting broken sword in his hut. From the description, it seems our peculiar hermit has a real Toledo blade.
Welded Spanish steel? There's nothing better for a sword.
See now? You do understand. But there's a catch.
Naturally.
They say that Ambrose the Hermit has changed a lot recently. People from far and wide used to go to him for remedies and blessings. But now he won't see no one. I even heard he made a pact with the devil. Ooh. And there have been other strange goings-on.
Made a pact with the devil?
With the devil? Why would the hermit make a pact with the devil?
No idea. It might just be old wives' tales.
Where can I find the hermit?
Where can I find the hermit?
Do I look like someone who goes to a hermit for advice? I know he has a hut somewhere in Apollonia. But you'll have to ask the Truskovitz womenfolk if you want to know more.
I will do.
Right. I'll try to find out more about the hermit's sword. But in return, you'll get me invited to Semin's wedding.
If it means so much to you, why not? Come and see Betty from the Troskovitz Tavern. She knows all the gossip. She'll definitely tell you more about the hermit. But Henry, if there's any truth in that pact with the devil, don't get caught up in it.